because I'm only allowed to ask 5 questions, I've done a bonus question on every question.
Okay.
So you're trying to... The format of Jim's quiz, we've only done it twice, but I thought it was 5 questions.
Yeah, it's 5 questions with 5 bonus questions, or is it?
You're loving it.
We've all done it.
Have you? Yeah. What, with your old flashlight, mate? Used to take that on a date with you?
I've had that on in a taxi before.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Hello, what's happening? Welcome to Bongo's Bungalow, the official podcast of Bongo's Bingo. I'm your host, Jonny Bongo, and I'm joined, as ever, with my main 2 guys, Jimmy Sweets and Cole, aka Slutty Susie. We're back again, so thanks for joining us. We go behind the scenes. We talk about all stuff behind the scenes. Bongo's Bingo, behind the scenes. But yeah... So we're back and it's good. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. And you can always get in touch as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can get on our socials.
Well, we need more energy here, mate.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, you can get on our socials, Bongo's Bungalow. Give us a DM there, or you can give us an email, hello@bongosbungalow.co.uk. Send in your questions, your prize ideas, all that shit.
And you can watch us on YouTube as well.
Thanks, Jim. Can you feel I'm a wee bit on edge today? We all know
why.
So, we're recording this in the past and you're listening to it in the future. So this weekend, it is the Bongo's Bingo 10th anniversary, the biggest show. So they haven't happened yet, but when you're listening to this, they have happened. So what do you think they'll be like?
Well, good. Why are you on edge?
I'm just nervous, mate.
Nah, it'll be class.
It's the biggest shows we've ever done.
Are
you not nervous?
Well, we smash it, don't we?
I know, but you just want it to be really good and you want people to enjoy themselves. And
it will be. I believe in myself.
What does your week look like if you got, it's like you're building up to it? Like,
just getting everything together, working it all out and just getting focused and trying not to have too many late nights.
Have you got a little plan for the day so you're not too nervous? A few little activities?
Walk around, do a little bit of walking and a lot of pacing.
Yeah.
And probably be sick as well. So
no, you'll definitely be sick.
I'll knock it, won't I?
Yeah.
And then it's more because it's 2 shows, so you want to give an equal amount of energy.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go like we're going to go full on. I say this every single time we do a show. When there's 2 back to back, we're going to go hard on Friday, and then you've got to have enough in the tank in it for the Saturday.
You just said you're not drinking on Friday.
What? No, I'm on these. I'm on the Guinness Zeros, mate. What are you drinking, by the way? A triple threat there. I've never seen such a weird concoction of 3 drinks.
I've got my Guinness Zero. I've got Vimto for the freshen of the palate, and then I've got Rude Boy, which is like a Jamaican sort of Buckfast, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think those tonics are meant to be an aphrodisiac as well. So if you get a little flutter in your pants, we know why. Rude Boy.
It goes definitely goes straight through. Yeah, I can feel something.
But no, I'm excited for it. It's going to be class.
I think after the Friday as well, and then we've done one. The Saturday is like kind of plain sailing in it. We know we smashed the first one, so enjoy yourself a little bit on the second one.
Yeah,
I do the first one anyway. It's just Demi Flaps.
Well, no, it's more just because it's a different style of show, isn't it? It's full on. We've got so much things that are going to be happening. The fact that we've got 3 acts as well, so like making sure they're all on time and running on time, and not get too carried away and run over.
You don't need to worry about that. Those are the people to do that for you.
No, it'll be okay, won't it? We'll have a.
Are you nervous about meeting the cheeky girls?
Well, I hope they remember me 10 years on. They will, won't they?
I don't think so. They're like a new man now, aren't you? The blonde hair and that.
Blonde hair and slimmed down. I think I might have been slim.
I was going to say, you would have been slim back then.
Slim back then. Then I had my 4 or 5 years of getting a bit.
Mr. Blobby.
Oh.
No, you can't say that, can you?
Come on,
just have mate.
But no, I'm excited. Plus, but we had me and Cole had such a good weekend.
Yeah, it was class
in Llandudno.
Yeah, tell me.
Llandudno. The Welsh launch, for any Welsh listeners or anyone from Llandudno or the surrounding areas that came to that launch show, one of my favourite shows we've ever done.
Tell me why.
Good crowd.
It was just bouncing. It was just like, I think a lot of people from North Wales come to the shows in Liverpool, Manchester, so I think people were just so happy that it was like on their doorstep. Crowd was class, and it was St David's Day as well, which is like the Welsh Paddy's Day.
Okay,
but not as much drinking, I don't think. I was expecting the streets of Llandudno to be packed with people boozing, but no, that's St Patrick's Day. St Patrick's Day is the boozy one.
Did you do anything like lean into the Welshness?
I I wore a Welsh rugby top.
Nice.
Yeah. Give away Tom Jones cut out.
And I sang Delilah, which was,
Oh yeah,
and I absolutely smashed it.
Mm.
Well, in my head it did.
it was good.
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah,
a quick? Do you want a quick clip?
Go ahead.
Great voice.
Yeah. Got the graveliness and
What, are we watching you sing it?
yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
That's why I put my hand like that. That's why any YouTube watchers can see what's happening. If you're just listening audio, watch on YouTube so you can see my hand. Put that on the screen. Thanks, tech team. So no, it was really good, and we're going to do the next one in April as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
was
got
going to
off
do
it now.
that.
Yeah, you're off it.
Sorry,
You
man.
couldn't handle it, bro.
I could. Are you joking?
Did he do a live, Jim?
No,
You
they
would.
wouldn't,
You
mate.
would.
No, they wouldn't.
You would.
Did absolute no. I'm going to do the next one. Are you okay with that, Jim?
It's your company,
I
so
know, but I seen you were down on the calendar to do it.
no, I only did that just. Yeah, I knew you would do it anyway. To be honest.
It's planted, no mate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nice little walk down the pier as well, and a big shout out to the Irish bar where we went after, and maybe not a big shout out to the club 147 was it?
147.
It was like a youth club.
I went back and enjoyed myself in there, but
Yeah, we were old men in there.
nah, no, not when I went back in. The dynamic was like 18 to 50. We were right bang in the middle.
When we walked in first, the dynamic was
Yeah.
16 to 18, I think.
Yeah,
I felt old, mate. That's the first time ever I've felt old. Because you just go to bar, like I think because it is it was a late night club, and Clint didn't know this is probably student day,
yeah.
and honestly we went in old guys, and me with the pink coat and blonde hair and the scarf and all, and people looking at me like, who's this old man trying to get down with the kids? So it didn't last very long in there. But you went back,
Yeah, we got a few selfies in the Irish bar and that though.
did you? Yeah.
Did you not?
Oh, if you say yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's all the fans in there.
yeah, meeting all the fans. It was great.
What are you winking at me for?
You'll get to experience it one day, Jim, and
Yeah,
content now.
sure.
But yeah, so thanks for that. So yeah, good week. Birthday's coming up. Just going to dive straight into a little feature here that I'm getting a lot of messages about.
Okay.
It's Jim's quiz. We'll put it in.
You're doing that now?
Yeah, before we get into main chat, I think it breaks it up. We do chit chat, quiz, main chat. That's the new levels. So we break in with a wee bit of what you've been up to. Then you do the quiz. Then we take a break, and then we get into.
I haven't really prepared anything.
I doubt that, mate.
No, I haven't
I
really.
doubt that. Here we go. So
First question is, right?
you know you can play at home as well. You just need a pen and paper, and you answer 5 questions, and yeah, play the jingle.
Jim's quiz is totally random.
Right, Jim?
Got your pens?
I got my pens, man.
Yeah.
Get your pens. Right, question number 1. Titled word sandwich.
Okay.
Okay, so the way it works is I say a word, then a blank, then a word, and you have to get the word that links them 2 words. Give you an example.
Just an example.
Paper, blank, ache. So it'd be paperback, back, ache.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Did you make this up yourself?
No.
What's it from?
I think Wheel of Fortune or something like that.
That's not.
Who cares? Right, next one. Brown. Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Brown, blank, daddy. Bonus one, fuck it. Oh, I'm allowed to
got
swear,
it.
aren't I?
I got it. What do you mean you're allowed to swear?
Short, blank, tight. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
Question number 2, Spotify question. Who is the most streamed male group of all time? Bonus question again.
Oh.
Speaking of males, what is a male horse called?
Tell you what, you're firing through these.
Is it
Hold on
too
a minute.
fast?
Was that question 3?
No, I'm basically, because I'm only allowed to ask 5 questions, I've done a bonus question on every question.
Okay.
So you're trying to. The format of Jim's quiz, we've only done it twice, but I thought it was 5 questions.
Yeah, it's 5 questions with 5 bonus questions, or is
mate,
it?
You're loving it.
Who
Right,
knows?
okay.
Who knows? Right, so that's question number 2.
Okay, well I missed the second bit of it. Sorry.
Okay, the
A
second.
male horse.
So the first part of question 2 is who is the most streamed male group of all time, and then you go, speaking of males, what is a male horse called?
Okay.
Okay. Question number 3. This one's got 2 bonus questions on.
Oh my god. Have you got enough tape in these cameras? Like?
Question number 3. How many hearts does an octopus have?
Okay.
Sea creature. Speaking of hearts, how many chambers does a human heart have?
Ooh.
Okay.
Speaking of hearts again, My Heart Will Go On was a hit by Celine Dion. But what year did the Titanic set sail?
Okay.
Another bonus one. And finally, speaking of boats and matters of the heart, whose face launched 1,000 ships? Do you want that again?
No.
Question number 4. What city in the world has the highest life expectancy?
Do you know what I think
Sorry, I've missed that one.
highest life expectancy? Which city? City or country?
Well, listen to the bonus bit. What city in the world has the highest life expectancy?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of China, what? What? Speaking of China, what is China's national sport?
Ooh. Okay.
Question number 5. What animal has the longest lifespan? Bonus again. Speaking of long lifespans, what year was David Attenborough born?
Sorry, I missed the first question there.
Are you not keeping up? Cool.
This is all over the place.
Are you not happy with the form? The quick fire questions?
What?
What-
What's a bit shite, but...
What animal has the longest lifespan?
Mm-hmm.
And then, when was David Attenborough born?
Okay. Is that all, or is there more bonuses?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Well, put a little poll up there if you're enjoying Jim's quiz or you never want it to happen again. Just vote yes or no. But I like
Sorry,
it.
can I just go...
He was getting annoyed there was too many questions.
Was it year? What year is David Attenborough born?
Mm-hmm.
From this moment.
Fucking hell.
I don't mind not doing it again if you're just going to moan about it. I'm not bothered.
I like it. Producers, do you like the quiz?
Yeah.
How does the point
Point
scoring work on
system
this?
is just 1 point for every question I've asked.
And the bonus as well. It's
Yeah.
just a bonus point.
Yeah.
I think I've done all right on this.
I think
Okay.
I've done all right.
Okay, question number 1 was word sandwich.
Yeah.
Brown blank daddy.
What did you put?
Sugar.
Yeah, I put sugar.
Correct. Well done. The bonus sandwich was shut blank tight.
What do you put?
I put I.
I put up.
It is up. Well done.
Shut up. Uptight.
Yeah.
I put
So
shut eye. Oh, I put shut eye.
An eye tight?
Tie dye. Tie dye. Tie dye.
Question number 2 was what is the most streamed male group of all time?
The Beatles.
No.
I thought it'd be like a K-pop band, but I didn't know any names, so I just put One Direction.
It is a K-pop band, BTS.
BTS.
Yeah.
BTS.
Bastard.
And what? Sorry. What is a male horse called?
A mare. A stallion.
You can actually call a horse whatever you want.
Okay. I put studs. Do I get a point for that?
You know, the real answer is stallion, but you can call it whatever you
Is
want.
it? What's a mare then?
That's a female.
I thought that was a filly, or is that a young mare?
That's a young
mare.
mare.
Okay.
Yeah,
if you want to
and
listen to more horse chat, we're going to be starting a new podcast as well.
And
Called- what are we going to call it? Horsing around?
Oh, like that. Yeah, and a colt is a young male horse.
Okay.
And a gelding is a stallion that's been castrated.
Okay. And what's a pony?
Just a small horse.
That's a Shetland. Anyway.
Yep.
Great horse chat.
Question number 3 was how many hearts does an octopus have?
Is it 8?
I put 3.
It's 3. Woo! It is
On
3.
gas here.
And how many chambers does a human heart have?
That's 4.
Correct. And
What, you know more about octopus hearts than your own heart?
That's just one of those things I've heard in the past and thought I'll remember that. And I did.
What, you've just heard it somewhere and went, I'm going to remember that.
Like
Was it
3
in
hearts.
school? Was
quite
it on a
aggressive.
school trip to the aquarium, the Blue Planet?
I think it was just in the sea.
Okay.
speaking of sea, when did the Titanic set sail?
1911?
Oh, I put 1912.
It is 1912. And who launched 1,000 ships?
Helen of Troy?
Helen of Troy.
It's Helen.
Just Helen.
Yeah. What city in the world had the highest life expectancy?
I think that was a trick. Is it not Tokyo or is it not Japan?
No,
I've put Beijing.
it's Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
What is China's national sport?
Ping pong?
Correct.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Is Hong Kong not its own country?
No one really knows.
Well, is it?
No.
I think
Is
I've
it?
Administrative region of China.
That was
Thank
quick that you got that, unless you were already checking it.
Wow.
Were you already on that?
No.
He just knows it.
What animal has the longest lifespan?
A whale?
I've put a while as well.
Greenland shark?
It's actually a clam.
It's not a clam, it's a Greenland shark.
Well, the
Why'd you put
quizmaster's
whale in?
always right. It's a
Well,
clam.
whale, sharks, all the same. I think a Greenland shark is a type of whale.
No, we didn't get it. He says clam.
It's not a clam.
It is.
Right, okay.
And what year was David Attenborough born?
I've got 1930.
I've went 1929.
26.
6.
You can ask him.
Looks good, doesn't he? For
Yeah.
what old's David Attenborough? 90.
98, I think. 97.
But when did you say he was born?
1926.
For 90,
Quick
yeah,
maths.
96.
It's going to be a sad day when we
98,
lose David,
maybe.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be a sad day when we lose David.
Yeah.
I hate that when you see, like you see memes popping up. It'll just be like a black and white photo of David Attenborough.
Yeah, like
And
people
then,
like
and
almost
then it'll say
faking it.
like something like, "Oh, David's celebrating his birthday," or "David did this," but then they're tricking you to think David's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Listen, good quiz, mate. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Too many questions to top them all up. It's nice when you just have to mark them out of 5. Well done. You win, mate. Let's take a break, top up our drinks, get some more Rubicon in you or whatever you're drinking, and then we're back with Blame It on the Bongos. Welcome back to Bongos Bungalow. Great quiz from Jim there. Really enjoyed it, mate.
I feel like you didn't like it. It's put me in a bad mood.
Why? I did like it. Oh, speaking of likes, we did Jim's poll, didn't we? You said that everyone hated you. What did that
Yeah.
come out at? It was like 87%.
89 it was in the end.
89%.
I was checking every 4 minutes.
89% don't hate you.
Yeah, that's
So
alright.
there's
I'll take it.
11%. Did you vote for yourself?
I was in the 11%.
Did you vote to hate it? You're a sly.
I didn't want his head to get too big though. It was going quite high, like, so bring it back down to earth a little bit.
Well, yeah, I think 89%'s alright, isn't it?
Hey, that's
Still,
good.
I mean, it's still 1 out of 10 people don't like me.
Cole's 50-50. He's Marmite, isn't it? Love him or hate him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I said I didn't think I'd get that high.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a poll one day.
So let's do one this week.
Nah, let's leave him out of it. He's got a big show this weekend. He can't have his head going.
Yeah. He couldn't be bothered anyway.
Okay.
Last week we were talking. We're delving back now. We're telling the stories,
Delve
the
away.
journey. We were talking about some of the mad ones in Manchester with Sweaty Betty falling off the stage, and it reminded me of another time. Don't know why we've always had kickoffs in Manchester in the early days.
Yeah.
There was another show where again I thought the show might get like cancelled or stopped because I used to do this thing when, so obviously if you've never been to Bongos Bingo before, the 8 is a big part of it, isn't it? Like that just started out that 8 shout. So if you don't know, every time a number 8 is called, people in the crowd repeat it in a Northern Ireland accent, and that actually came about. Like I never thought of doing that. It just came out of people taking the piss at the Liverpool shows. That was genuinely how it started. I'd just be like 1 and 8, 18, and then the crowd would just go 8. Like so that's that. So then it was going on for like 2 or 3 shows, and I was like, let's do my head in. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just embrace it then, yeah, and make it a part of the show. But in Manchester, we did a show where there must have. I used to play about with sometimes if loads of 8s would come out in a row, and you'd have the crowd going 8, 8, 8. I'd usually, like, maybe if it was 6 or 7, I'd make a wee joke going, hey, I tell you what, if another 8 comes out, I'll get yous all a drink. And then it never came out. The next number was like 14 or whatever. But this one time in Manchester, it was awful. Were you on that show, Cole?
No, it was before me.
It was so like so basically I was like 8, 8, 8. Everyone's shouting it, and then I did the line. Oh, I'll tell you what, if another 8 comes out, I'll buy you a drink. And then next number, like 2 and 8, 28. And I was like 28, 8, and I was like, that's funny, isn't it? And the crowd just turned from like everyone having a great time to just the biggest boo, like 1,000 people in Manchester just booing. It was awful. And I was like, well, you know, I was only joking about. Like, you couldn't even hear me on the mic. The boos were that loud. And luckily, the bar staff had like pre-made shots, and they just like, I was like, look, they've got like they ran round and poured a shot into everyone's mouth, and then
You still have to pay for it.
yeah, I think we lost a lot of money on that show. Honestly, at the end, I was like, oh my god, thank you for for saving the day there. I said like to the team, like, thank you for saving the day, like, because that was gonna be. It was about a good 5 minutes of booing before they brought the drinks out, and yeah, the bill was really big. So yeah, lost a lot of money on that show. That was it. I was like, thanks for that, and then they went, yeah, there's the bill. It was like 15 bottles of spirits, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But dicey.
Yeah.
Where did like all the rest of your the like calls that you've made up over the years come from? Like 33 and.
I think a lot of it is just literally trial and error. It's like all with the show in general, even now, like all the stuff that you're bringing in, Jim. Fair play to you, mate.
Huh?
All the stuff you're bringing in, mixing the prizes up, prize drop every month.
That's me.
This guy.
What?
That's me.
I thought that was Jim.
No.
Well, why were you bad-mouthing Jim when we were in Clondudno then? Going, oh, we've got all these new prizes.
No, I didn't.
Did you not?
No, I was slagging off the 80s prizes the week before.
No,
Yeah,
you
because
were.
I picked the 80s Friday.
Oh, it was the
I
80s
was off
prizes.
sick then.
It was that ET, yeah. I knew you were slagging Jim off at one point.
To be fair, it's all the hosts that are coming up with all these prizes, and then Cole's putting it into place. But
Yeah, so no, it's good, but all of that's trial and error. You know, when we have our host meetings, it's really, really hard to come up. It is really hard to come up with prizes.
I don't really get the classic number 12 shout either.
I don't even know where that came
Yeah,
around.
I don't get that.
Classic number 12.
Everyone just stops and claps, and I don't really get it.
The 33 sort of it invented itself, didn't
Yeah,
it?
like that stuff. I can't remember if you did that in the early days when I just came to watch before I worked for years.
I think in the very, very early shows there wasn't musical calls. The music would only be on when someone called bingo. I was too nervous about interrupting the bingo
Yeah.
because I thought people would be pissed off. You know, like you're in the middle of playing bingo and next minute a song comes up and you have to get up and dance.
Yeah.
But actually that's become part of it, and that's something that breaks up the shows. I think it's almost needed. You know, like
But now if any of the hosts don't do a number call, the people kick off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you missed a number.
yeah, it's like, why weren't you doing 33 or 69
Yeah.
or legs 11? But I think that's definitely part of the show. Like sometimes you'll feel it when you're like, I don't know if you get it, Jim. You know, when you're like doing a show and there hasn't been a call for so many numbers, and it feels like you need to break it up a little bit.
Well, you always told me to get comfortable in the silence and like not stress over it.
Yeah, I think that's true as well. I think sometimes you can go the other way and like would you skip out some number calls, like if you could do them like for 5 or some of the ones that we're going to be trying out, like Macy Gray?
Yeah, I'd skip them if like, say if there's already been a little break in the show, I'll try and like for the flow. I won't just do like number after number, because otherwise people just get annoyed getting up and down, don't they?
Yeah, it's trying to get that balance on the graph, on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Just trying to have it like sort of, well, I'm explaining a roller coaster here, for fuck's sake. Like, if anyone's unfamiliar that's listening to the mechanics of a roller coaster, it goes up and then it goes down, and that's what we try and emulate at the bingo. But it is that's like one of the reasons why people love it so much, I think.
Yeah.
Is because it is up and down. A bit like the Venga Boys, if anybody's unfamiliar with that song. Here's a little clip of the Venga Boys Up and Down for you.
Speaking of breaking it up, what do you prefer, just doing like a normal classic show or the themed shows, like the Christmas specials and stuff? You do like massive runs of themed shows.
I think it's just like a mix. I think sometimes when we'll do a Christmas run or when we'll do a run of shows, it's nice to go back and doing a normal one. But I'm really enjoying like coming up with the new prizes every month and doing them. And sometimes, I suppose, when you're hosting and there's certain prizes you're so used to, like the iconic ones like space hoppers and disco ball helmets, stuff that we've been giving out, but you almost like, it's more like a safety net. It's more like, I don't know what the word is. It's more like you get comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Like when we seen the prize list for Clondudno and I seen the prizes getting unwrapped as we were setting up, I was like, what the set of fucking bongos, what's that about? and Cole's like, these are the new prizes for this month. And I was like,
He's like, what? No space hopper?
no space
hopper?
I was like, no space hopper, because I'm just so comfortable with how, like, say the space hopper goes down as well as a prize, and I'm thinking, oh, the bongos, that got
Bongos went off.
The bongos got I don't even know why 10 years we've never made a connection.
Yeah.
Why don't we give bongos out? Why is it taking 10 years to come up with that idea? But that went off, and doing the little bongo solo with that bongo,
Bongo
song. unbelievable. So
Yeah, I love that.
it's
I love,
class.
I love doing it
It's
as well.
class 9, yeah. Good shout. It's not just you and Cole. It is all the hosts.
It is all
Yeah.
coming up, and I think you just throw ideas into the hat, and it's nice that we're getting prize ideas from people that are listening as well, because like things like the Hoover, things like the space operas, all these like prizes that are so iconic now, Cocoa Pops, they've all just started off being something trial and error. Like you never know what's going to work.
I think that's why I love doing the themed shows, because obviously if you're doing like 80s, 90s, whatever, it's quite easy to tailor the prizes towards that theme. What prizes did you do for Bongo and the Beanstalk?
What, the first ever? Do you know what? It's 10 years. It's 10 years ago. It's a different time, but we did give away Greg, the mini man. Greg, he was so Bongo and the Beanstalk. He was the giant, but he's a dwarf, and that was the prize. He gave you 3 bottles of Lambrini and partied with you on your table.
He comes out of your
Shout
table,
out to Greg. He loved it. Like,
Yeah,
but,
he was. We had him quite back.
he came
like
back
quite
at
a few
Paddy's
times,
Day.
yeah.
He was the beast at Bongo and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll save all the Christmas shows stories for another time.
Who was
mate.
the guest on the Bongo and the Beanstalk?
Who was the Christopher Maloney? What a guy! What a wild guy!
Oh, he was.
Do you remember? That was that was the first ever Christmas show, and Christopher Maloney came, and I couldn't believe how nervous he was. Do you remember before going on stage every night, and he smashed it. Do you remember his set list?
He done a couple of Lionel Richies. He done Dancing on the Ceiling. I think he might have done another Lionel Richie.
All night long.
Yeah, he did. Did he do a Christmas one?
Me and him did a duet. We did Fairy Tale in New York together.
Oh, did you?
What a moment.
Did him
I
and
think he
Greg
might
get
have done
on?
last Christmas as well.
Him and Greg got on well, yeah. No, he was good fun.
Yeah, he was funny.
And a few wild nights with him
Yeah, he
as
came out
well.
with us a couple of times, didn't he?
Yeah,
with
had a
Aloha.
laugh. Lovely guy. Like, we'll have to get him back sometime. Bit of Maloney. Maybe we'll get him in here.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Can we get guests in here sometimes?
Yep.
Can we? Can we?
What?
Christopher Maloney.
You can sit here.
They can sit in the middle. But have we got the budget to get another microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Producer team are in. So yeah, those Christmas shows were class. But listen, we need to delve into the mail sack here.
Okay.
We're getting interactive, and it's Blame It on the Bongos. So thanks for sending these in. I'm going to skip reading now. My reading days are over. I'm going to leave it up to you.
What do you mean?
I just don't like reading. So the Blame It on the Bongos if you're on I don't like reading, okay?
Okay, baby.
You're the best reader.
Don't call me Big Baby.
Big baby.
Hey, baby. If you're unfamiliar, Blame It on the Bongos. It's sending in stories, what you've been doing with prizes, where you've ended up. Have you had a good night? Have you had a lovely experience at Bongos Bingo? And you send it in. We read them out. And wow, fucking hell, a couple of big long ones here. Glad I've dodged to read them. Do you want to do the first one? Anonymous? Cole, Jim?
Had you had a look already and see how long it was and said, I don't want to read anymore?
Maybe. Go on, you do the first one, Cole.
Go on, this one's from Anonymous. Hi guys, me and the girls love bongos. We go all the time, and I've always wanted to win one of the Disney Princess dolls because I'm a massive Disney fan. Never won, but one night, miracles of miracles, we actually won something, not a doll, but a mobility scooter. We were absolutely buzzing. I wasn't too fussed for myself, but my dad's disabled, so I thought perfect. He can use it to drive to the pub or the game, sorted. So off we go, scooting our way to Matthew Street, and let me tell you, the attention was mad. Not on us, obviously, but on the scooter. It was a busy weekend, and we'd been trying to get a taxi for ages. Nearly an hour later, we gave up. No way we were walking, not when we live in Ellesmere Port. That's when inspiration struck. 2 of the girls had already started walking, but then it clicked. We could just drive the scooter home. Genius. So I got in. One mate sat on my knee and another somehow squeezed into the basket. We were flying, blasting music on someone's phone, living our best lives like we were 13 again. And then disaster. In our slightly tipsy state, we hadn't clocked that we were about to head into the tunnel. Next minute, the transport police were on us, chased us down, trying to scoot through. Absolute chaos. We did only the logical thing, ditched the scooter and ran for our lives. Told my dad about it the next day, expecting him to laugh. He was fuming and said he wanted it for his Batmobile. Guess we'll just have to win another time.
Can I just condone that drinking and driving, even if it is a mobility scooter that goes 3 miles an hour, is not advised. What you do after the bingo with your scooters is up to you. But
Very
don't do that.
sensible.
I think I vaguely remember that, you know.
Were you the one playing music
It
on the
wasn't-
Were you the one in the basket?
I was in the basket.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that as well. It got like I don't even know if we got did we get a letter or something?
No, I don't think so.
Transport place?
I think someone might have maybe messaged in at the time, like saying that they'd heard about it.
Or maybe sent like Snapchats or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do remember it though.
The horses were the ones you can drive. Do you remember when we gave away the horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen someone going down Smithdown Road on them
Yeah,
at 4 in the
yeah.
morning. Like, that's fine. I think that you're okay to drive them. It's not electric.
There's no way that would have made it, surely, all that way.
It wouldn't have made it the whole way through the tunnel. I
They were
think
probably
that
lucky that they
they
got out.
ditched it.
Yeah.
They could have been banged up in
Yeah.
Nick.
I love horse chat, me.
You love horse chat?
Yeah.
Horsing around. That's for the separate podcast, Jim. So yeah, well, I'm glad that. What?
Hey gang, this one's from Russell Evans. Hey
this-
gang,
Is this
I
actually
once
about a
rode the
horse?
rocking horse. Naturally, it rode it wild across the stage. Nearly went flying over the barrier until Slutty Susie, hero, I've added that bit, had to jump in and calm the horse down. Think it was a wild one. After that, we took our noble steed on a little adventure straight to McDonald's around the corner. But security wasn't having any of it. They wouldn't let the horse in. Probably didn't like the look of its long face. Well tight. Considering all I wanted was a single chicken nugget.
That was seamless. That went in horse chat.
I think I remember that one as well. I think that was only maybe not last Christmas, the Christmas before. And the guy was like flying, came flying off it. Do you remember he was just going nuts?
I've got that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to put it up?
Yeah,
Have a
go
look.
on.
Hold on, you got to give like 10 seconds. Look. Yeah, that was wild.
Because I think he was just going flying everywhere and getting back up, and he come charging at me. I think I just jumped in the way of him, and just to stop him.
Yeah,
like,
he could have easily went off the
yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Did you drive a mobility scooter off a stage
Yeah,
once?
yeah.
And no one was injured? Were you injured? Did you land it?
Yeah, what happened was, it was kind of going. I don't know why I couldn't just turn it or something, but it was going sort of towards the edge of the stage. It was going to go off it, and there was loads of people kind of congregated at the front, and they were just chatting and weren't paying attention. So I thought, I'm just going to have to jump off, knock them out the way, and just let it hit me. And obviously it would have hit me. So I dived out of it, took everyone out, and they were all like, "Wow, what the fuck are you doing?" And I was just kind of waiting for it to hit me, and nothing happened. And I turned around, it was just there on the floor, so I just got back on it and drove off.
Yeah, that could have been.
Yeah, I
Could
know.
have been dicey.
Well, I thought it was going to hit me, so I thought I'll
Well, fair play for putting the customers first, mate.
Yeah.
Jumping in, when there's
That's what you've got to do,
it's
innit?
like the movie Speed, mate. There's a mobility scooter just burning in, then you're just like, no.
It could have killed me if that had hit me on the head.
I wouldn't have wanted that, mate.
Do you want me to read the next one? Because I got away with a little short one there, didn't I?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah. This one's from an anonymous listener. Hello, Johnny and the rest of the Bongos crew. Big fan of you guys. Always had an absolute riot at Bongos, causing chaos and wrecking the place. A few years back, I won a rather interesting prize. A certain black flesh-like item designed for two people to enjoy at once. Any guesses? The double ender. Obviously, I did what any respectable person would do. I took it out with me and waved it around like a tour guide leading the way. A true moment of class and sophistication. Now, I've always been a try before you buy kind of person. God. So on the way home, I thought, why not? Let's see how this bad boy measures up. Unfortunately, somewhere along the journey, I must have dozed off in the back of the taxi. Double ender, still very much in position. Jesus Christ.
Is this fake taxi? I've just heard that's a thing.
So it's still in position. Next thing I know, my mum's got her head through the taxi window. Yelled at me to get inside. Poor taxi driver had no idea what to do, so he did the only logical thing. He knocked on the door and asked my family to come and wake me up. It's one of my all-time favourite stories to tell, even if my mum still strictly forbids me from ever mentioning it again.
Yeah, so you send it in here. What
Why
was the
have they
name?
gone anonymous?
Anonymous, yeah.
It is anonymous.
Why would you want to tell that story? Why? So they're in the taxi and they've used the double. No. Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, you can't. Is it?
I think it's I don't know.
We've all done it.
Have you? Yeah. What, with your old flashlight, mate? Used to take that on a date with you?
I've had that on in a taxi before.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Could be I haven't.
Oh, that's a bit spicy, that, isn't it?
Class though. It's a good story.
Can you find out where? I know it says anonymous, but can you find out who the person is? No?
Oh yeah.
What is there some kind of like hippopotamus oath or something you do?
I know their email, but the rule is if they say anonymous.
Then that we don't even get to see it.
Is that a rule?
I think that's the
Well, we've
rule.
never
I think
said
if you
that
say
before.
anonymous.
Boom.
But,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
wow. I don't think that's probably ever happened ever.
It's a bit
I don't,
gross.
well, if it has, I don't think anyone else would tell that story. Like so.
It's like that person last week that had that like the family double ender and
Yeah.
like the dog had to go, everybody
Oh
had
yeah,
to
and
go.
that
Yeah.
lying kid who said he ripped it in half.
Yeah.
Frick.
Tell you what, it gets the most stories, the old double ender, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sending those very vulgar ones in. Of course, I will always apologise to my mother if she's watching. So, the birthday weekend, we've got to get focused, we've got to get in the zone, and we will be dropping a little bonus episode on Friday, and that episode will be recorded after the birthday, so we're going to be telling you how it all went, and if you didn't get to go to it, then you'll find out what went on. So thanks for joining us as always, and yeah, a little. Have you had anyone asking for shout outs? I've had a wee
Nah.
shout out.
No?
I'm gonna can I finish with a shout out? Just want to give a little shout out to my wife's cousin Jessica, who's been promoting the podcast in Duckensfield. She's a big listener, and she's been.
Sounds a bit beggy, but whatever.
Sounds a bit baggy. I said I'd do you a shout out, and he's just ruined it for you, hasn't he? He's just brought it down. But listen, love
And
you,
weirdly, Jessica was the anonymous listener. So.
Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
All the best. Have a great week.